stylist and also a blogger influencer. I started my styling business about 8 years ago. And then I launched my blog, probably 5 years ago. I started social media. So I'm from California originally. So I think that I definitely have kind of like a California style. I'm very like less is more. Glam Hive works with most celebrity stylists. I have been lucky enough to be a part of this, and so I'm the moderator. I'm going to be I was just part of it. We're going to do it again, and so that's really cool. You meet people like Bagley Mishka and Rebecca Minkoff. Hi.
How are you?
Good. It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you as well. Thank you so much for having you in our podcast video. Would you mind to tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. So I'm a fashion stylist and also a blogger influencer. I started my styling business about 8 years ago. And what I do is I, style people, go through their closets, shop for them, and, whether it's events or just like everyday kind of clothing. And then I launched my blog, probably 5 years ago. I started social media. I really didn't want to because when you're a stylist, you're more behind the scenes. But I have a mentor and she was like, you should definitely do Instagram. And I said, you're crazy. But I did it. And thank God I did because, as you know, social media is everything right now. And so now with COVID, though, things have a little bit different. So I'm doing more virtual styling because I can't go into people's homes. But social media is still very heavy and important.
That's true, yeah. Social media is everything right now, especially Instagram and YouTube. How about your style, or what you like to wear or dressing up for yourself?
For myself. So I'm from California originally. So I think that I definitely have kind of like a California style. I'm very like less is more. So if I can, this is kind of how I shop for my clients too. If I can find a dress or like a blazer, I really want to make sure that I can wear it 5 different ways. So like with a dress, I would love to just throw it on and wear, heels and booties. And then when it gets colder, like over the knee boots. Ideally, I like to keep it very simple because I just don't feel like you necessarily need a lot, but that's just my style.
That's true. So it's all about mix and match your style. Like in one outfit, you can mix it with different kind of style. It depends of the occasion.
Absolutely. And I really have found that you don't need that much in your closet because when I go into people's closets, people have like literally 15 to 20 pairs of jeans. And how many do you think that we really wear?
That's true.
3. We really probably wear 3, but we just have 20. So I think less is more, but when we think about it, we're like, oh, well, I'll probably wear those when I lose 5 pounds or when it gets cold but they actually just sit there. So really, I like to your closet should be filled with things that you can wear all the time. Of course, there's like things that if you're going to an event, you're going to have a dress that's special, that kind of thing. But on a daily, it's nice to be able to mix and match.
Like you mentioned before, because of this COVID, you still working at home and then styling virtual. How about in this new normal? Are you still working at home or right now you already went to your client house?
Good question. So a lot of it is this, where we're doing Zooms. I do a lot of, I can't think of the word right now. I help host events. So a moderator, thank you. I lost the word. So I've been doing a lot of that and that's great. But yeah, so I don't even, usually if I'm even shooting for Instagram or for my blog, I'm doing it at home. We did go to the beach. We've been in the beach a couple times, and so I will shoot there. But for the most part, I'm not doing street style shooting at all.
That's true. Yeah, COVID changed everything right now.
I know.
Be creative and then posting it Instagram. Currently, it's kind of hard for some people to.
Yes.
Personally, yeah.
I know. Well, the thing is I worked with a photographer, and my first concern was I'm not going to take pictures like he takes pictures, you know? So it was really learning like how to take pictures yourself. Like you said, be creative, because also on Instagram, you have to be creative. I feel like you have to now have more video and like mix it up, because people just don't necessarily want to see the same thing. So yeah, and people are on social media more than ever because of COVID, right? So
Yeah, a lot of things like changing, especially our picture, and then other bloggers as well, like more
yeah.
creative, like doing things at home that you never like imagine, like, oh, okay, I have to dress up at home, like for this past 3 4 months.
People, some of my friends are like, I have not put makeup on for like 4 months, and they're like, you have to do it all the time. I said, it's so funny because I'll dress up, but then I'll change into like comfortable clothing. It's funny.
True, yeah. You
Yeah.
mentioned before that you are independent personal stylist. Also, your blog, Tara West, is listed among the top 100 fashion blog in this country. Like, do you find it hard to like be a blogger in Boston, and how do you overcome with obstacle when it comes to blogging?
So that's a really good question, because when I did win best fashion blog of Boston, I think two, 2016, 2017. Okay, so when I won, there were really only about 19 bloggers, or maybe 20. So it was small. But now, as you know, because you're so nice to all of us, you put us everywhere, but it's a lot of bloggers. And so I'm also older than a lot of these bloggers, and they are much more tech savvy and, you know, creative. But I think that my is that I'm also a stylist, and so I feel like it's good for me because my audience, of course, it's a little bit younger of a demographic on Instagram, but it really, they like, the people that see my stuff will buy it, because they are not only like followers but some are my clients. So, but yes, it's definitely a competitive space, but everybody's very nice. That's the beautiful thing about it. These, everybody in Boston, we're so nice to each other. I think we're very supportive.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like everyone like support each other, especially like if we went to the event, they're very nice and talkative. Like they want to build the community, and it's really like great things to do, because if we not support each other, how can we grow up in this community?
It's so true. And it's like, why not help each other? I mean, we're all doing the same thing and there's enough room for everybody. You know, it's just there's a lot of us, but I feel like everybody has a little bit different of a take or a spin on what they're showcasing or what their style is.
Yes, that's true. Like everybody has different style, and then it's great. Like if we seen like more like people do different kind of style, because our audience also see, oh, okay, I can dress up like this and that, and yeah,
Yeah, and I love how, what, you know, like you posted something about hydrangeas. It's like, you're right. All of us were taking, but we all had such different takes on like what we were doing with the hydrangeas, you know? So it's true. Yeah.
yeah. We got like a lot of actually like people tag us like on Instagram, like, oh, okay, this flower might be like, okay, everyone taking picture with this flower, and you guys are nail it. Like it's kind of like, wow, even with the flower, you can nail it. Like yes, street style, like and everything, different style of people. It just like really great to see like how people have different style, different like kind of taste, with like the audience also like very really great like support too.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
And how about like right now, do you have any upcoming project like you would like to share with us?
So I've been very lucky because there's a platform called Glam Hive, and Glam Hive works with most celebrity stylists.
Wow.
And I am not a celebrity stylist, although I do dress people for red carpet events, and I'm not opposed to dressing a celebrity. But I have been lucky enough to be a part of this, and so I'm the moderator for some of their big, you know, they have like a summer bazaar where they have a bunch of um, stylists and makeup artists. So I'm going to be I was just part of it. We're going to do it again. And so that's really cool. You meet people like Bagley Mishka and, you know, Rebecca Minkoff, and like these really people, that we all kind of look up to and we all know. And so I'm happy to be part of it. I'm excited.
Oh, that's really great. How about like your favorite place in Boston? Do you have something like when after like this new normal, or do you have been to the restaurant
So
that you love?
I have eaten out, Lola and the Seaport.
Oh
So
yeah.
we ate there outside. That was super nice. I love shooting in the Seaport. I think it's so cool. I have been shooting in the Seaport from when they were just building everything, and now it's like a totally different place. I also think the Fenway is really cool. Like, they have done an incredible job with the Fenway, and I think that there's a lot of places to shoot there that you like. Time Out Market. But really, I like to shoot on Newberry Street because I'm always there shopping for clients. So it's not only a great spot, but it's convenient for work.
That's true. How about like related to your IG, like what you want to represent when people click on your IG or see you in person?
Well, hopefully they like my style because I'm a stylist. So, the hope is, and typically somebody will be like, I love what you're wearing. I'm like, that's great because I'm a stylist. So, you're a walking advertisement for yourself. But really, I want people to be inspired, because I have to tell you, when I look on other influencers' pages, I get inspired. So I hope that people get inspired, but also I hope it makes them happy. I don't take it too seriously. It is part of what I do. I really do have fun doing it. And so I hope that people get that from when they see my work. And, I hope that they can find what they're looking for too, if they like it. Sometimes that's hard. But I really hope that they're inspired and it makes them happy.
Yeah, I really love like the way how you style your style, because like it's kind of like convenience for us, and then it's very like easy ways to style.
Well, that's good. That's what if that's what you get from my styling, I'm very happy, because that's how I dress. Like, it's got to be easy. I would prefer to wear something that I could take from day to night, and I could wear it like 5 different times. So that's good.
Yeah, and I saw like also like in your IG you work with several local brands like in Boston. Yeah. And how
Yes.
okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, and then how you like if you work with them, I mean, how can you find like your are you also like suggest to your like client that like this local brand is good fit for them, or like are you also like working with several big brand, or what kind of style that you suggest, like brand that you suggest to your client?
So what typically happens is, well, because I've been a stylist for a long time, I know a lot of the designers in the stores here in Boston and in other places, because I also do work in New York and LA. And so a lot of times what happens is, when a new season's approaching, the stores will have me come in, or the designers, and see what they have for let's just say right now it's going to be pre-fall. And so they have me come in and see everything. And sometimes I shoot the stuff for a blog or whatever. So when I work with a client, then I will know, oh, I saw a dress at Wee Millie and that's perfect for you, so I'll go get it. So that's kind of how that works. But during COVID, when everything started to happen, my first thought was, I have to help the stores, because I know retail is difficult anyways. And I have worked with these people for a very long time. We have great relationships. So I really focused all my Instagram posts and my blogs to local businesses. And because you don't want them to go away. We love them. We want to support them. So I would prefer to help local, but it doesn't always work that way. If there's like some stores or brands in LA or New York, then I go there and I get that for clients.
Yeah, that's true. Like with this COVID, like everything changed, and then the retail especially, it hits like, yeah, it's really chaos for this kind of industry. For some stores, there's a lot of like stores are closed right now, and yeah, it's
Yeah, and I thought like the best way for people to see what they had was to put it on Instagram, but also that helped me because it gave me content. So it was like a really good relationship and a way to help each other during a difficult time.
Yeah, I agree with you. Totally agree. Like, for the last question, do you have anything to say? As you know, like there's a lot of influencer coming up, like new influencers in this industry. Like, what you suggest, anything that you wanna say to them?
Well, first of all, it's hard and it takes time. It takes time to build a following. I think that if you're younger than I am, maybe it's a little bit easier because you have more of an audience that's already on the platform. But I think that you have to be persistent. You have to really know what your voice is, meaning what your style is, what, like you said, what do you want to convey? When you told me what you see on my Instagram, that makes me happy because that's exactly who I am and what I'm presenting. So really be true to who you are. Don't try to do something that's not you because people won't, it won't translate. And I think that you just have to be patient and persevere because now Instagram is saturated, right? So I was talking to this woman, I interviewed her the other day, and she said, well, she was on Instagram the second day it started. And she said, oh, that her numbers took off. And she said from like 6 months ago, she hasn't had any more followers. Nobody follows her. It's like so competitive and so saturated that it's hard to get, they're always changing things. So just remember, like, don't take it personally. I think that sometimes we can really personalize it. Like if a post isn't doing well, you're like, oh, that was a terrible outfit. What did I do wrong? But it's really not you. It has a lot to do with the platform.
Yes, that's true. Like everything's changed, or the algorithm always change like every year. Yeah, and it's hard for everyone to, but just keep doing what you love. Probably it's the best way to keep it up with the market as well. And yeah.
And this other woman that told me at this Glam Hive thing that I did in the last summer, she said, the best thing that you can do is post, engage, and then walk away. Because if you just keep going and like harping, it's really psychologically starts to get to you, and you have no control over Instagram in the end.
Yeah, that's true. Like it's the best thing. Like what we can do is control ourselves because we cannot control like what everybody wanna see on us. Yeah.
Right, and there's so many people posting. So you can get lost in the shuffle. It has nothing to do with your post, right? It just has to do with like the algorithm, like you said. But be happy with what you put out there. Yes. And also that's the other thing. Be happy. I tell my kids, don't ever put anything out there that you don't want anybody to see because they'll see it.
True, because people can save it anyway. Like you cannot control like what people can click or something like that.
And once it's out there, it's out there. That's the thing.
True.
Yeah.
I think it's really great to talk with you. I had like a lot of things to learn from you, like about your styling tips and stuff like that. And it's really inspired me and for our audience as well. Like it's really nice and have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.